Grand Rising, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone around the world. This is nikymus, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality. I talk about personal and self development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. Now, this video, I'm going to talk about monitoring spirits, and I want to tell you exactly how you need to protect yourself from monitoring spirits. Now, as an awakened empath, you will always realize there has always been monitoring spirits around you. That's the reason why you always felt like somebody was watching you or somebody was following you. It feels like you have been having like kind of blockages in the stuff that you've been doing. Maybe, for example, you are supposed to go for a job interview, the interview was cancelled. Or sometimes you are supposed to be chosen or appointed for a certain job place, job position, that didn't go through. You are supposed to go on a trip. For some reason, that trip has been postponed. Feels like there is this kind of unseen force, unusual force that has been intercepting your plans. Now, those are the what we call monitoring spirits, okay? And monitoring spirits, like I've said, these can be your pets, okay? A lot of people, when I talk about pets, they get a little bit pissed off because they don't understand how this thing works. It can be your pets, it can be some very unusual flies buzzing around you at a certain point or time in the day. It can be your family members, it can be your wife, sometimes it can be your parents, it can be anybody. And you guys already know that monitoring spirits, the intention of these monitoring spirits is to transport information about you. Okay? Because you see, as a high vibrational being, these monitoring spirits are operating from a place of low vibration. So usually they cannot tap into your frequency directly. So they need some form of energy to be able to tap into your frequency. They can now get information from you and they can transport that information back to the enemy. And that's why they start to intercept your plans. Okay? Now, what the empath should do in this kind of scenarios, for example, you have come to this awareness about monitoring spirits and probably even starting to see or know who they are. Maybe you didn't know that before. What you really have to do, you have to speak less. Okay? You are going on a trip. You will see somebody coming around, your neighbor showing up out of the blue, and they're asking you questions like, when are you going for holidays? When are you going for the trip? When are you going to do this? What about that job? Or what about this and what about that? Okay? That kind of individual has got nothing to do with your business. A lot of times, the reason why a lot of people fail to achieve their goals and dreams in life is because sometimes you have got to keep your mouth shut. When a person asks you things that you know are very personal, even sometimes it doesn't have to be personal, but they're asking a little bit private stuff about your life, okay? Who you're dating, for example, where you're going to, which country are you going to travel, where you're going on vacation, what kind of job are you applying, what kind of house are you looking for, all those kind of things are very personal. So you have got to make sure the less you speak is the better for you, because sometimes you never know who the monitoring spirit is. What it is you're going to do, your plans, your projects, your future projects and stuff like that, they have nothing to do with these kind of individuals. Is why they always tell you, always you have to learn the art of keeping your mouth shut. Is the reason as to why you see a lot of empaths have been going in circles for years. They are struggling with things. They don't understand why nobody is employing for them, taking them for employment on a job, for a job position. They are not actually understanding why they cannot find a new job. They cannot understand why they cannot find a home, They cannot understand why even sometimes relationships is a problem. So many things, areas of your life are a problem because sometimes you are talking too much. Okay, you are sharing a lot of stuff, personal stuff that other people do not need to know. So if you're a person who is trying to protect yourself from this kind of monitoring spirits, the only thing you have to do is very simple. You always have got to make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Do not say anything. You always can talk about something when you have already got the results. Okay, so for example, you have been in a job application. Keep your mouth shut until the job has gone through and you've got the job. I'm just giving you an example. Or let's say, for example, you have been able to go on a trip successfully. The trip has been okay. Talk about those things after your trip. Okay, let these things be known to other people when you've already been able to achieve them. Do not talk about those things before you even start the plans or the moves. Even during the plans, do not say anything. When monitoring spirits don't know anything about you, then they don't know where to attack. Let me repeat this for you one more time. If these monitoring spirits do not know anything about you, your plans, your goals, your missions, your projects, your relationships, and stuff like that, your families, your homes, they do not know anything about you, they do not know where to attack. Let people call you mean, okay? But you have got to understand that you need to protect your information and you need to also always protect your plans. If you're a person who has been struggling with everything, there's nothing is working. It's like you're just in one place and you're not moving. Just pay close attention to the people around you. There might be sometimes people around you who are being used as monitoring spirits. And these people, they are actually transporting information back to the enemy. Because out of these things that are happening in our life, I've told you guys, all these things are spiritual. Okay. A lot is going on in the spiritual realm that many people are not aware of. So the activity that is going on, you may see this guy or man or woman, even sometimes it can be your wife, your own wife in bed, can be a monitoring spirit. They want to know each and everything, every small detail. Okay, tell them the things they need to know. But if you have got something that is very big and you know that even sometimes this is a very big project that is going to benefit the both of you, for example, if you're in a relationship, try to understand there is some things you cannot say, especially if you're in the early stages of that kind of project. Do not talk about anything. Let that thing be known when you've already got the results, because at that point, there's nothing to attack because you've already achieved the results that you're looking for. Don't say anything. Keep your mouth shut. Keep everything to yourself until you meet your goals. Okay. Secondly, be very close attention to pay close attention, be attentive and pay close attention to the people who always show up out of the blue. Let's say, for example, you have been going on a trip and out of the blue, you started packing your bags. You know, maybe some neighbors have seen you and, you're throwing some stuff in the car, you're preparing for this travel or stuff like that. You have got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, those people are not showing up by coincidence. They was not showing up back in the days when there was nothing happening. You wasn't doing anything. They wasn't showing up. But all of a sudden, you started, preparing your bags and this, packing your stuff and everything. And out of the blue, you're seeing these individuals show up, and they're starting to ask you, "Oh, where are you going? What about this suitcase? What journey? How long are you going to stay?" All those kind of. They want to know all the details. Those people do not have any business with you. Okay, when you see a lot of these individuals, random individuals, sometimes you might even have phone calls. Let's say, for example, you have got something big going on, there's a very big project going on, and all of a sudden you see this family member who has not contacted you in years. You have not talked to these people maybe 1 or 2 years. They were somewhere out there doing their own things, and all of a sudden they just show up in your life. And they are starting to ask you very private, personal questions. You may sometimes be dealing with the monitoring spirits. Okay, so these are agents of darkness. They are there to transport information. They want to know what you're doing and what is your plans, and they are going to transport that information back to the enemy. And the enemy is going to start to intercept your projects and plans. Because remember that chosen ones, I've always told you, you guys are targeted individuals. If you are a targeted individual and you have awakened, you always have to put extra protection and awareness around yourself so that you can be able to protect your plans and yourself and all those people that you care about as well. Okay? That is how you protect yourself from monitoring spirits. The lesser you speak, the better for you. If you don't speak at all, you'll be okay. Only talk about the things that you have already achieved. Do not talk about the things that you are planning or you are going to achieve before they have actually happened. Okay. So let's know what you think about the video in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.